Welcome to the channel. My name is CeeChronicles and I post fragrance related content on this platform. Please consider subscribing and becoming part of the family. And if you're returning, thank you so much for coming back. Also remember to hit the like and share button, as those two buttons are very helpful in ensuring that our videos get to a wider audience. Today's video, guys, is going to be on my entire Middle Eastern perfume collection, and what I'm showing you here are backups, so we're not going to delve much into them. I just want to show you what I have after I decluttered a lot of fragrances in my collection. What I did is I've got a lot of decants because I was finding it hard to keep up with collecting, most especially that I am not sponsored, and I do not have anything against anyone who's sponsored. I feel it's best for brands, you know, if they can do it that way, because then it eases the burden on the pockets of the reviewers. So most of the fragrances I decluttered were fragrances that I had purchased off pocket, and I didn't feel the need to keep hordes and hordes of them, so I curated my collection. So we're going to start, guys, with the Orientica collection right there at the back. That one is Monarch, right, the square one at the back, and followed by Crown. Then we have Noble, Dynasty, the gray one right there. Then we have Victory, the blue one there, and then we have Melody di Orientica, the other blue one at the back. Then we have Exclusive Imperial Jade, the green one. We have Nado Oud, and then we have Dania Pistache, followed by Exclusive Royal Ember. Then we have Cafe Arabia right there. I'm not going to bother moving the bottle because we have another one again as a backup. Orientica sent me Cafe Arabia, Desert Dusk, and I can't remember what else, but I had already bought mine, so I do have now two bottles of the same. The Cafe is this one. So Orientica sent me Cafe and Desert Dusk when I'd already purchased the bottles with my own money, so I do have doubles of that. So that is Cafe Arabia that you're seeing there. Next to that is Velvet Gold, Rose Eclat, the Take on Delina, and then we have Desert Dusk, and we have Azure Fantasy, another Desert Dusk, and my latest obsession, Soleil. Right onto the shelf, guys, we have the Daniel Rene, and this is Midnight Scent, followed by Munir's Fragrances, which is Nib, or aka Aromatics, in collaboration with French Avenue. Those are the three that I have left in my collection, and then we get to the row of Armaf. But before I do, maybe let me show you the little miniatures that I have there of the Orienticas. I love miniatures, guys. If you know, you know. I love miniatures. You'll always see miniatures in my collection, and I'm going to do a miniature collection on its own, right? Now, moving on to Armaf. This Fantasy, let's just get things out of the way. Fantasy Elite is from the brand Armaf, but under Risala. So it's not like it's a forgotten bottle there, no. And then we get into the Club de Nuit. That one was supposed to be right at the top on my backup bottles, but I forgot to put it up there because I've got decants of this fragrance, I think about maybe even 30 ml, to an extent that I've never had the need to actually open this particular Club de Nuit intense. Then we have Italiano Donna, no longer available. I think it was just a batch that they released and they discontinued it. And before I go any further, these are three fragrances from our very own brand, Macedon Perfumes, and I was the creative director behind these fragrances. Proud Mary is our very first fragrance. We launched it in 2025, followed by Numéro 2, and now Numéro 3. Numéro 3 is not available for purchase just yet. I will keep you informed as per when it will launch, but we do have Numéro 2 as well as Proud Mary available for purchase right here on YouTube or on our website, macedonperfumes.com. Now onto our mouths. Okay, I have Club de Nuit Imperial. Smells a lot like Dylan Exclusive, the original Club de Nuit Women. That is a Chanel. Coco Mademoiselle smell alike, and then we have the Intense for women. Untold smells like Baccarat. Malika was done by a master perfumer. This is an independent standalone fragrance. And then we have Bling, which they featured a lot at Beauty World 2025. So this was their fragrance of the moment at the time. And then I put my Mahnik Hassanade, which is a fragrance created by Sharida in collaboration with Navitus. Here at the bottom, I have more minis. I put my Khayalis there because Khayalis are also Middle Eastern, so that is my my collection in as far as the Khayalis are concerned. Baby little Orientica miniatures. I think I showed you some that are still in the box. And of late, Paris Corner is now making oils. They do have their K line in oil concentration. For perhaps those who would like to add oils to their collection, you can check out the K line. They do have that. The same Paris Corner has introduced minis for those who prefer to test first. So far, the mini set that I got is the Tuskin one, but I'm pretty sure there is more out there. More minis here. These are all French Avenue of their Flourish line. I have done a review of these fragrances, guys. I'm not sure whether this line is available internationally. These I got when I went to Beauty World. I was just given a set of this by the owner of Fragrance World. And then in this corner, guys, I just put these bottles because I thought they look pretty together in that corner. So we have our Attack collection right there at the back. We have Maiden, and then we have Anfas, okay, that Anfas, the white one, and then this raw starts with Maison Asura, and this particular one is called Kama. Next to it is Torak Intense, and then we have two Wataniahs right there at the corner. That Candy Rose there, that's their take on Donna Born in Roma. And then Nadine right there at the corner is their take on Mimo Sintra. In this corner, I just put these little cute Wataniah fragrances off their Tabby's line. And I think it's Grandeur. Grandeur and Wataniah are the same brand, but the Tabby's are Grandeur. Just as that Candy Rose, okay, which I said is a Born in Roma smell alike, is also Grandeur. And this box houses my Navitus gift sets samples, right? And I did review all of them on the channel at some point for those who keep up with the channel. So yeah, that's it for this side. I'm gonna just move the camera quickly so that you see what we have spoken about, making sure that I move slowly so that I do not get you guys dizzy. Okay, so this is what we have spoken about so far before we move on to the next. Okay, and then this is the other shelf, and then we have the little Al Haramains here. Al Haramain also makes minis, guys. I've seen more than just these, so if you wanted to try out the house of Al Haramain, you could try the minis. And then these two Amouage Guidance minis as well, just put them there because they look cute. And of course they're Middle Eastern. Okay, Middle Eastern. Now we move on to this part of the shelf, guys. This is high up. I won't be able to point at a lot because I might fall, and that wouldn't be a nice thing to do or to happen to me at my age. So this is where I have my French Avenues starting right there at the back. Gracia Rosa, Scarlet, Mallow, Hypnotic, that two-toned bottle. And then we get into this part here, Atlantis Coral. You can see salted caramel at the back there. And then we get to Whiskey Intense, Soir, Nado Tutti Frutti. Then we have the Zodiacs right here. And we have a bottle of Proud Mary that I decided to frame right here. And then on the side, guys, I put my Hadlaj fragrances. Okay, Nuha, Maspo Ember, Orange, Cloud Candy, Vanilla Dunes, Musk Pure, Harimal Sultan, Panache, Angel Dust, Empire Victor. And then here I just put two of my Al Rehab fragrances. a bit of some Adal Zafran and an oil from Hadlash. Hadlash does make oils as well. And in case you missed it, I have a backup, guys, of that scarlet. So I have two of them, one right there at the top and then that. So that's it for this shelf. I'm going to run the camera through so that you see, because I do not think I'm going to go. I'm going to continue up this ladder, otherwise I will fall. Now we move on to this shelf. Okay, now this shelf houses my Swiss Arabians, my Al Haramains, Maison Afnan. All right, so this corner I just put the Swiss Arabians, Ajmal, and the Al Haramains, as you can see right there. I try to make sure, guys, that I do not clutter the space, because when it comes to fragrances, I do have a lot, but I just wanted to show you a glimpse of some of the fragrances that are not going to overwhelm me in terms of having loads and loads of bottles. So yeah, that is what's happening on this little corner. Swiss Arabian. These are decants from Arabian off their, Arabian Sugar. This line, let me make sure I don't get you dizzy. This one that says Macron. Okay, so the entire line is those vials, but I ended up with two, which is the chocolate Macron, okay, or caramel chocolate, and the lemon sorbet. Okay, so moving up again, the more Afnans there, with the 9 p.m.s, and then the twins that they introduced in 2025/2026. You know, these two, one is linked forever and then the other one is linked freedom. And then Kiana Crush, absolute fave. I love this fragrance. And we have Maison Astra Vanilla Aura, and then we have Delicious by Afnan. And then we have a Riffs one there. This is in the same vein as Kayali's sugared patchouli, royal sugared patchouli, something like that. And then the Arabiats continue here in full size. Raspberry Ripple. The other one I think is Cherry Ripple, if I'm not mistaken. I'm talking about these two here. And then we have this pink one there. And the caramel chocolate I told you about. And then Nyla Suede. Fondue, Velvet Dip, Lemon Sorbet, which are these two. And then we have Ladida for women, Al Dahab, similar to Drunken Lovers by Born to Stand Out. Then Boudoir. And then we have Iris, a fragrance that's in the same vein as EDK's Velvet Tonka. Right, and then we have the Bahias. Okay, the Bahias are there. I just put them there for aesthetics because they tend to fall. You know, they cups, so they tend to fall. So I just put them there, and of course, the Habiba for women. Okay, so we're done with this shelf. I'm just going to run it through you so you can see again in case you missed something. And I will show you guys the decant collection. I will show you my travel size and decants collection because it's a lot. So I am up to date in terms of what's happening with the Middle Eastern fragrances, but as I said, you know, it's hard to keep up. So I do have a lot of decants than I do have full sizes. And for me to accommodate some more fragrances in my collection, some had to go, right? Now, this shelf houses Lattafa, starting with my most favorite Afif. I love Afif. And then we have the Velvet Oud and the Rose Oud, if I'm not mistaken, right there at the back, the two with the diamond tops there. And from the Yara lines, I have the original Yara, the twos, and the candy. I have two candies there because I do really love the Yara candy. And then here we have the Mocha, the Silky Rose, and the original Mocha. And then we have Royal Sapphire, the red one. And then we have Petra. And I noticed that Petra now has a flanker, and I'm yet to smell that one, guys. I will see if I can get some coins to buy that. Then here I just put these two Maison Alhamra bottles, more Lattafas on this side, as you can see for yourself. The Arabian line continues to grow, which is what you can see. Those are the tops right there. The latest being Passion, that is right in front there. And then Maison Alhamra, Oasis. I just put Maison Alhamra and Lattafa on the same shelf because they're the same brand. And then more Lattafas here. Victoria, Eternal Oud, we've got the Khamras, the two Anghams, okay. And then a couple of oils from Lattafa, more Lattafa there, and then a mix of Lattafa and Maison Alhamra is on this side. And then this shelf here contains most of my Paris Corner fragrances. I believe when it comes to Paris Corner, that's the one I do have the most of, and then followed by Lattafa, and then followed by Orientica. So this is all Paris Corner that you can see here, guys. And then right at the bottom there, I just put the old Paris Corners within my collection that I still use. And at the end there, it's a mishmash of everything happening at the same time. Zimaya and Zimaya, Paris Corner, Zalfran is all the mix there at the bottom. So yeah, guys, that's it. Those are my fragrances from the Middle Eastern brands. I continue to do reviews, but I am featuring decants mostly. Maybe before I close this video, I'm going to show you just a glimpse of the decants. We can go through them in another video. I don't want this video to take a lifetime, but let me just show you what I mean by decants. I have a lot of decants, so these are just some of them. So it doesn't mean that I'm not keeping up. It just means that I'm going this route because rarely do I have anything sent to me. So that's it, guys. That is my Middle Eastern fragrance collection. That is what I have. There will always be other bottles in the house somewhere, you know. I can never fit them all at once. I just wanted to show you, because I've had a lot of people ask me in the past videos to show them what I chose to keep in my collection, because I did declutter a lot. So I had people asking me to show them what I still have in my collection, and that is what I do have in my collection, and will always have backups, which in most cases I end up losing anyway, because if somebody comes to my home and they ask for it, I end up giving it to them. But anyway, that's my collection, guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. Remember, we have a combo deal for Proud Mary and Numerhode. You can purchase the two at a price that will help you save money, or you can purchase them singularly. If you are purchasing Proud Mary on its own, which is 120 mls, this one is $149, and you get to use my code C15 for an added discount at checkout. And if you're purchasing Numerhode on its own, it's $89, but there is no code for Numerhode. The numero 3 is not yet available. Proud Mary and you can get as a combo, meaning you can buy both at the same time. Do check it out, and of course, let me know what you think, guys. I will see you in the next one. Love you as always. Be blessed, and always remember to smell good.